G'day YouTubers, and thank you for tuning in to today's toy review. And the tone is actually going to be slightly different because, well, I just want to let you know that I just don't have the energy to do any toy reviews at the moment right now because I'm going to look at 2 to 3 items in this video, and they're all going to be relating to items that I've just straightforward made. But I feel like as I'm doing this toy review, I've got a bit of investment to just straightforward share before making this video. There were some other video ideas doing different bits of snack type related foods, as I was going to straightforward explain here, like there, the Ritz crackers, and also some Tyro potato chips. But I just thought, let's go up towards the other room, and I might just straightforward state why am I straightforward, you know, I'm feeling like that I'm one of those stupid YouTubers who's actually falling in my own peril, because it feels like that my YouTube channel is straightforward becoming, well, a little bit different. Well, I just want to let you know that because of what I'm losing at the moment now, I'm actually starting to lose interest of doing toy reviews, or starting to lose interest of making videos about toys. Okay, it's got to the point that, yeah, well, before I just straightforward review everything I've got towards, I mean, I'm just straightforward saying it as it is, but I am straightforward toys as the major format as I'm going to be making this video, because, I mean, I am interested, but there's a bit of a seesaw of up and down sort of things along the way here, and yeah, just give me a moment, I need a jump cut here, right here at this point here. Well, I've just had to straightforward take a bit of a moment to do so, because the amount of energy to do toy reviews is starting to rapidly decline as we come up towards winter time. And even though Christmas is meant to be a hot selling time for toys, I just don't feel like it is, because what I'm feeling like at the moment is that as we're going up towards winter, things are going to straightforward cripple for me. And I mean, they're going to decline for me because, well, during cold weather, I won't be that active, and I'll be that more lazy and, you know, clumsy. Anyways, I'm going to start looking at 2 flip-flap products based on snakes. Strangely enough, I initially thought I wasn't going to be doing a toy review about snakes, but we've got 2 flip-flap origami products. One costs about £17, which is the Lowland Anoa Buffaloes versus Reticulated Python 5-pack, which costs about £17. The back of the packaging looks like that. There's not that much artwork going around here, apart from the animals. So we've got a couple of buffaloes, which I'll probably presume that they are Lowland Anoas. A rooster, which is I'll probably presume a red jungle fowl. And then you've also got a Lowland Anoa calf being spooked by a reticulated python. Let's go ahead and take it and see what we have. I'm sure when it comes into making snakes, there's a lot of paint color here. I've only got one ginormous snake. Quite interesting. Oh, wow. That's quite nice. Okay, I'm going to take a look at this snake right here. Ooh, look how long this thing is. It probably measures up to about 6 feet. Probably a very huge snake. That's why these critters are... Wow, look at that. Look at the snake. It is just long as hell. Let me just straightforward move everything aside, because we're going to deal with just a massive looking beast of a serpent. Wow. Look at that. We've got some very interesting patterns. Lovely greyish, whitish looking patterns here. It is meant to resemble the real reticulated python. And there's the head. But I think it's probably a bit... It's not that very clear. Going by the looks of the snake, it looks a little bit too hell-bent. I mean, it does look bent because of the way it has to fit on the packaging and whatnot. But to me, it actually does look like a respectful looking snake. Do you know what I'm actually sort of thinking? I could actually make dragon puppets for next year. You know, with lollipop sticks and whatnot. And make it look like a dragon. How cool is that? But that is actually quite a massive looking snake. It's very, very huge. There's its tail on the back there. It's actually quite very, very huge. It's actually got a mixture of various different paints. I'm pretty sure it's a mix of acrylic and also like other softer craft paint, as I like to call it, hey? So it's actually quite a nice picture to straightforward illustrate that. So it's basically like a flat model of a snake. Quite interesting, isn't it, in the way I've made it? It actually does have the look of what an origami snake looks like. Pretty interesting. This is actually quite a very large looking size python. That is actually massive. Okay, and then moving along, we've got some buffaloes here. I think these are Lowland Anoas. They do look like roughly about the same size as a domestic cow. But I'm pretty sure they're a bit smaller in stature. I think that's what they all look like. I mean, it does look like a typical buffalo. Maybe I could have made the head a little bit smaller. That is what I probably have suggested to do so. I did try and make them a little bit more skinny. It does look quite small somehow. But I mean, hey, you know what? I can't go wrong with just how small this thing is. And yes, we've got a little bit of jungle fowl. Okay, that looks very, very cute. It's quite a very interesting looking cock, without going into adult slang. And then we've also got a, is that a calf? But the problem with this Lowland Anoa calf is that it's not that very well properly painted. I think the head is actually right, but I think the eyes, I think the head's a bit too big. Neither the fact that the eyes are they're a bit too blurry. It's not that great for a calf, but then, hey, you know what? That's just what it is. It's a Lowland Anoa sort of buffalo. I think they come from Sulawesi in Indonesia. Now, I have to double check my geography at the moment here, eh? It's like a long way crossover between Malaysia and other parts of Indonesia and even Australia. So that's where Sulawesi is. It's like a very weird looking island in Indonesia, and you get to see critters like this. And actually, I'll be making more snakes. I've actually got a Halloween toy review coming right up. I might try and make about 3 to 4 products. If I can't fit the snake back in, because obviously this serpent is just so big. Look at that. I just can't fit in properly now these days. Right, I'm going to straightforward set up for our next product. This is like a little bee. It's a little badge. It's made out of, I'll probably guess, how would I say? This bee here looks like it's made out of, I'm pretty sure, is it fabric? I don't know what type of fabric is this. I probably presume it's made in China because of the way it's been made. And looking, it actually doesn't look too bad. I mean, going by the looks of it, it's just a simplistic looking badge. I mean, to me, how would I not even know the fact that this is a very cute and stunning looking bee? Look, it has actually got a bit of a Pikachu looking face. It's got like 6 legs, like all bees do. And this here, which may look like the stinger, is actually the little clipper that you can fit onto your piece of clothing. So that's actually very, very cute. Bit of a rough and ready licensing info. There's some little stitchings right there. It does have the implications of that being replicated in a... Sorry, I can't really speak today. But anyways, that is a very beautiful looking bee. Also, most importantly, take on the fact that it's on the shape of a hexagon. Because, look at that. It is very much like a honeycomb. It actually kind of reminds me of Comb Bee from... Oh, what's that Pokemon game? Is it Diamond and Pearl? And Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl? I think that's what it reminds me of. Anyways, let's move on to another product, which I'm hoping, I'm just going to straightforward finish off this video here before I'm ready to head back to bed, because this weather really sucks, because we're going back into winter, and also the days are getting shorter. This is a Malaysian blood python snake, a Duette 5-pack, which costs about £15. It's a bit of a cheaper product, but the best part is that we've got 2 snakes rather than 1. But wait till you see the painting of the snakes, the way they've been painted, and we've got other critters that are in this product. Let me just have a look. They come. Ooh, something very hysterical is coming up. Oh yes, stare into my eyes and I will own you. Why am I thinking of the first Harry Potter film? Thanks for releasing me. Pretty much that's how I got the idea. So this is a blood python. Okay, so this is what I've replicated. So it's a snake from Southeast Asia. It's got like
It's a mixture of brown. There's actually quite a lot of brown and possibly a bit of there's actually quite a different. I think it's a golden looking snake with a bit of brown on it. Looks more yellowish looking orange, more of an ochre sort of snake. One downside factor is the eyes. The way that this snake has been rendered is chronically bad. There's a lot of sloppiness going on here, too much splodging, and the way the paint has been molded. I think there's just too much. I think that's a common problem with snakes. They are very, very challenging and difficult to detail, especially their patterns, which is something I have tried, but this is definitely not the first time I've dealt with a snake like this, and also that one there. I have made a juvenile reticulated python product here before, but therefore, yeah, I have suffered so much in my fight of just, making products about snakes. There's the back here. Right, obviously there's more of that going on here. It's sort of suffering the same. And actually, let me just show you. I think this is the male of the species, and I think that one there is the females. And I'm sort of thinking, why are female snakes much bigger than males? Is it to do with the way she defends her nest, or the way she defends her eggs? I don't know. And then we've also got more critters here. So this is a striated heron, a very common bird that you see in Southeast Asia and other parts of the world like Africa and Australia. I think it might have been split into a different specimen. I think it's called little heron. Enough said. It's got like yellow feet and legs, very almost rough and ready sort of eye detailing like that. It's got a bit of a supercilium, bit of blue right there. I mean, I dare say it doesn't look too bad. Enough said. And then we've also got a banded bullfrog. Why do I have to repeat the same quote over and over and over again? So this is what it looks like. It's got a bit of a yellow band on it, which is not that very well defined, but it does give you the illustration of what this critter is telling you. So it's basically like a frog. Okay, and then we've also got a that's just a silver catfish, but it's missing the whiskers on the front. Now I'm just sort of thinking, why? Is it just to cheapen things down, or maybe to get this fish oh so recognizable of what this fish is trying to tell you of what it's actually looking like in terms of its physical appearance minus the whiskers? I don't know. To me, I mean, it's not that perfect, but I can just see how I'm trying to deal with I mean, I'm trying to deal with looking at snakes, because I think the biggest problem about looking at snakes is that not only they're too long, hence their body wise, but the other thing is with snakes is that their patterns are just so way too time consuming. And obviously I'm not familiar with critters who have got no legs, because I seem to prefer critters when they have legs, because obviously they're more movable. Obviously, if it's a fish, then that's alright. It will just have fins. Pretend if the fins have, let's just say hands or legs. I mean, that's just what they are. I can just pretty much say that maybe their fins are also their legs. That's what I'm probably guessing. Who knows about that? A fish that could walk with its fins as either both hands and feet. That's just what I'm thinking of, isn't it? Anyways, yeah, that's gonna be about it from this toy review. Sorry for the rough and readiness, but there's just one more thing I gotta show you here. Well, I was gonna straight for review this playset here, which was called the 360 Loop Glow Tracks car set, but unfortunately, on the weekend, which was on a Saturday last week, I was actually hoping to get AAA batteries, as it says on the bottom of the box. But unfortunately, what I've noticed, I've got no more AAA batteries. So I might have to probably leave that into a separate video. Maybe I should try and make a video of that on either Thursday or maybe Friday. So in that case, hey, I shall just leave it as it is from the time being. And I do apologise, because obviously I've been doing that much toy reviewing for a long week or so, because I've had some very bad mental health issues going around from the 1st of October,
but also roughly at least around the 27th and the 28th of September. And in fact, it was, I don't know, I just don't want to speak about it, but more detail about that will be straightforward revealed at that time being, so I might as well just stop here and just go back to have a bit of a nice rest and say bye to the audience, because obviously I might as well just make sure that the audience will have to understand me. Anyways, if you really enjoying this toy review, please give the video a very good like, subscribe more for toy reviews in the future, and I'm really sorry that I haven't actually been doing any toy reviewing for a long period of time. Again, thank you so much for the wait in watching this video, and I hope you really appreciate it. By the time as I'm making this video, I've spent almost little to no effort on doing it, and I think that's it. Bye.